Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing? I'm back. Apologies for the lack of content. And Happy New Year, by the way, but I know it's late. I know we're nearly to the end of February now. I haven't been very well, unfortunately. Some of it was due to the weather. We had all that snow. But yeah, I've been out for the count for a wee while with a really bad chest infection, which needed 2 lots of antibiotics and 2 lots of steroids. And I haven't been feeling great apart from that either. Issues with my tummy and things, and so I've had a few tests. I've had a ultrasound and I've had an endoscopy, and I have gallstones, unfortunately. None of the stones aren't blocking any ducts or anything, so that's good, but I'm still feeling really crap. Trying to get through the days. This is the first time I've been sort of like really out for a walk for 3 or 4 weeks. So I thought I'll take this opportunity to take you along with me. It's quite frosty here today, so at least it's dry, so it's quite a nice morning to take you along. Taking it a wee bit slower today, since it's my first time out walking. I was like a caged animal. I was desperate because obviously the kids were off Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday for half term. So I was like a caged animal. So as soon as my girl went on the bus this morning, I was out the door. I couldn't wait to get out the door, get some fresh air. So how have you guys been since I last spoke to you just before New Year, wasn't it? Seems that long ago now. You know, we're nearly, what's this, the 18th of February already. Man, nights are starting to get longer. You notice a big difference in the bright nights. Can't wait for the bright nights to come so I can get out walking after my dinner. Just ease digestion and things as well, because that's what they say. Take a walk after your dinner. It aids digestion to get a good night's sleep, and it'll save me trying to not think about food all the time, which I'm struggling with. At the moment there's so much food noise about, like if you go on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, there's always cooking programs, you know, or advertising recipes and recipe boxes and things like that. So I'm trying not to look at my phone as much. So I've created 2 hobby bags. I think I've said to you before that I craft in my kitchen. I do lots and lots of crafts, and everything's in my kitchen because I don't have a craft room. So I'm trying to stay out the kitchen because I just wander through the cupboards. So I'm created these 2 hobby bags. I think we're going to go this way today. We'll just take it nice and slow. So I created 2 hobby bags, one for the living room and one for the bedroom. So to keep me out of the kitchen, to keep my hands busy, away from the phone, away from scrolling. So I've discovered, I'm trying to rediscover my painting again, like watercolour painting. I know I was doing wee mini paintings, but and I've discovered that you can get like drawing pens, like ballpoint pens, but they're for drawing. They're oil based, so I've discovered them. So I've just been doodling, just to keep my hands busy, my mind busy, just a bit of fun, just nothing major, just then I put loads of games on my tablet. It doesn't have Facebook or anything like that, and so it's just games. What else? Crossword books and things, and art, journaling stuff. Just things to keep me busy, just to, to spend too much time just sitting and scrolling through rubbish. And by the time you know it, it's about an hour later and you haven't done anything. So that's what I'm currently doing at the moment. Looking forward to our holiday. In July, we're going back to Disney again. So, but we're going to do it with, in memory of Mum. We're going to take part of Mum with us. There's no cars coming behind me. So I'm hoping, because I've got the gallstones, I've been referred to surgery. So I'm hoping that I'll get the surgery before we go, like quite well in advance, so I can recover and I can enjoy the holiday without having to think about, I can't eat that, I can't eat this and whatever. So I started back at Slimming World again on Tuesday after being away for 3 weeks nearly. So I've got a new incentive to lose the weight now, to feel better, to not have pain, because there's certain foods I need to avoid so I don't have pain, and because of the gallbladder issues, it's created issues like with lots of indigestion, acid reflux, bloating as well. So everything's connected. So I know roughly what I need to avoid, but junk basically, high fat stuff like crisps and biscuits and fried foods. Couldn't take fried foods anyway, because of the IBS. Sorry, still got this stupid cough. So I just need to, I need to stop the food noise as well. Just learn how to say no. I can't take it. I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, it's can be quite tiring, having to think about, what you can eat and what you can't. And I've got to come up with a plan every day about what to have. So all these houses now, so many houses up here. And it looks as if they're going to try and squeeze another one in there beside that one. Oh, I think I showed you this before. This was all field, and then all of a sudden there's houses everywhere. It's like a rabbit run down here. Oh, it's quite icy down here too. Still trying to get used to life without Lily. It's still hard going. Not having the excuse to go out to walk, even though it's 20 minutes, you know. But at 20 minutes I met so many people within that 20 minutes. So another flattening area. Just houses everywhere. Houses everywhere. They're just taking it nice and slow today. There's a thing on in the church today, the Allness Church of Scotland, which is the Penn's Road Church, and it's called the Warm Hub. So I'll take a wander in there and have a blather with everybody. Haven't seen them for ages. I've been going to something called Flip the Coin, and it's like a health and well-being group that meets on a Tuesday and a Wednesday morning, and it's been helping me with the grief side of it, you know, having something to focus on, having something to, you know, to talk to others, to just you know, they do a lot of crafts and things, and, you know, trying new crafts, meet new people, you know, so that's been really helping me. And again, I haven't been for 3 weeks. They've done a big exhibition in the bowling club, Allness Bowling Club, I think it was last week, so some of my work was displayed, and they do a lot of good work, and, you know, I think it's quite important, you know, to look after your health and well-being and your mind, and having to talk to people or meet new people. It's you're not isolated. You know, the worst thing you can do when you're going through grief is to shut yourself away, and, you know, it's good to talk about it. It's, you know, try and get things off your chest and, you know, off your mind as well. Don't let it bottle up. So that's helped a lot with me. It might not help everybody, but it has helped me. So I think I've said to you before that this year was focusing on me and not everybody else. I mean, I'd do anything for anybody, but, you know, I've done it for so long, and I've neglected myself. I've neglected to do things just for me, not for everybody else. You know, I was part of quite a few groups on Facebook, you know, and whatever you made or you done, or you know what I mean. You would take a picture and show everybody, but I'm coming to the realisation that I need to do things for myself, not for showing off to everybody. Look what I can do, whatever. And, you know, and I know myself that if I use products or art materials that somebody else doesn't have, they think, oh well, I can't do that because I don't have that, you know. So and I've done with having all the groups, and, you know, and saying, oh, I really need that, somebody else has got that, I really need it myself, you know, I can't do anything else, but I need that product or that paint or crayons or pencils or whatever. Oh, stop here for a minute, take a breather. Look at that. I'm going to go back to park run as well, because I'm doing Race for Life again in Inverness in May, end of May. So I need to not train, but I need to get walking at a good pace, and, you know, and start running again. It's not a beautiful sight. Just watching the world go by, just hearing all the the birdies singing. You know, we're almost into spring. Just, yeah, this is what life's all about. Just, you know, stopping and taking stock, breathing. Just take everything in instead of going, you know, fast and head on. And, you know, I know we need to work, I know we need to earn a living, but if you can't stop and take stock and breathe and take time for yourself, you're not used to anybody. You know, let me start going again. What's this, ice? I know I need to do that with dealing with autism and hormone pressures and things like that with my girl. So if I'm not in a good place, like mentally or physically, I can't help her. You know, I can't, not able to deal with her or, you know, do things with her if I don't look after myself. So that's one of the main things for this year, is to look after myself and get myself in a good place and frame of mind, and, you know, try not to look back at past mistakes and, you know, only look forward. I mean, yes, last year was a hard year for everybody, for all of my family and things. And losing Lily as well, on top of that, didn't help either. And then having health concerns of my own, and I felt that I wasn't getting a break. I wasn't, you know, life was I wouldn't say getting hard, but life wasn't giving me a break. It was, you know, it was constant dealing with, you know, the loss of Mum and Lily, and then I got the chest infection, and then I've got the diagnosis for the gallbladder, which isn't a death sentence, you know what I mean, but and then having to get new medication for the stomach, for the acid reflux and bloating and things like that. So and having to try and sleep in a different position, because if I lie down flat, it makes the reflux worse. So I've got to sleep upright. So I'm currently looking at wedges, you know, bed wedges, things, wedge pillows, so I can actually try and lie down a wee bit, but sit up at the same time. It's weird, aye. So I'm currently researching that at the moment. Oh dear. So yeah, it's a lot of challenges, but you know, I'm doing better than most people. Like some people, you know, people are having a worse time than me, mentally and health wise, you know. So I'm thankful that I can still get out of the house, I can still walk about, I'm still breathing, I'm still able to communicate with other people, you know. You know, a friend of mine had it rough, and we didn't think he was going to survive because he was really ill, and but he made it through. He's you know, he's back at work, and so yeah, but his life has changed as well. We made medication and things, and having to think about what he's eating as well. But aye, there's a lot of people that are worse off than me, so I'm thankful for what I have and what I'm able to do, and I just have to move forward and concentrate on me, and what I can do, and not focus on what I can't do or what I can't have. Focus on what I can do and what I can have, like food wise and things, and you know, not look on the negative side of things as well. Have a positive attitude, because Mum, without her attitude going through her cancer journey, I don't know where she would be. But she was, you know, took it a day at a time. She was strong. She was, you know, okay, I've got cancer. Okay, we'll just have to deal with it. You know, so that positive attitude, and we were amazed at her strength. We're amazed at her attitude and her positivity, and you know, anybody else would have broke down and sort of like gave in, you know, but not Mum. How's the sluice looking today? It was a wee bit fast. Not too bad though. Oh, stand here for a minute. Oh, wait till I show you this. This is my new view of the sluice, or the weir, whatever you want to call it. Oh, let's go down here and go down here. Ooh. And then have that. Look at that. How's that for a view? So you're looking upstream. The River Avon was open now for the angling club, so open for the fishing season. That was on Saturday. That's why the park run wasn't on, because of the opening of the river. Oh gosh, up here. Well, I think we'll go the other side. And we'll go this side. Let's take our time today. Oh, so glad. So glad to get out of that house. It was stuffy, and I'm just feeling sort of like antsy, sort of like, you know, just dying to get out, just trying to get out of the four walls. And I feel sorry for people who are housebound, I really do. It must be a lonely existence, you know, not being able to get out in the fresh air or talk to many people, and you know. So again, I'm so thankful that I can come out. But I hate being cooped up. I really do. Like this morning, I was like a woman possessed. And as soon as my girl was on that bus, I had my trainers on, jacket was on. Just couldn't get out of the house quick enough so I can enjoy most of the day. I don't think the weather's going to be good tomorrow, but there's always, I can put boots on, I put a brolly on, brolly up, so it's only water. Oh, sorry. Oh dear. I haven't even been to church for 3 weeks. and that's very unlike me. So I was at the AGM of the church last night, so we got a few things sorted out. And we've got a meeting tonight of the Heritage Centre Board, and hopefully we have a better idea of what we're doing with this building. And next Wednesday night we're having a quiz night at the Atomic Cafe near Invergordon, and it's in aid of the Heritage Centre funds, so that'll be a good crack. We had it last year, so it was a good crowd. I think we made over about £700 I think that night, so we're looking for a good turnout again. Every little helps with this building. It's helping to pay this loan back that we've secured. But it'll look a lot different once we get this work done, and then we can start like what we're deciding to do with the building. So we can't go back to the way we were doing. It didn't work, so we'll wait and see. Never say never. But we are making progress, so that's good. We've got a new editor for the ADT, and there's a team of them doing editorial stuff, and not editorial stuff, but articles and things. So that's good. So it's on sale now, but I think in 2 weeks' time, I think it's the 5th of March. I think the March edition will come out. So that'll be good. Oh. This bench is still here. We're down here. This is one of the pools. I don't know which pool this is, but I think this is one of the major fishing pool. And this is Terry Leaper. He was a great fisher person. Oh. Oh. You can see the frost in the grass. I'm hearing a birdie somewhere. Oh, it's right up here. Look. See if I can get him for you. Look. There he is. Singing away. Cheep, cheep, cheep. See him? We're busy gathering stuff for their nests and things shortly. Yeah. Right, try and get back up this hill. Oh. There we go. Look at that. So lovely to see the sun. Even though it's frosty, it's cold, but it's lovely to walk in. I love the days like this, wrap up warm, and just get walking. I have a walking pad, like a wee treadmill, but I don't like using it. It's not the same. I'm nervous on it. I'd rather pound the pavement, pound the ground. And the reason why I bought it is so, like, if it was snowing or raining, or if I couldn't get out for some reason, I could just walk on the treadmill, but it's awkward to use. I've got to store it away and things, and sorry, the sun is glaring. You can see how icy it is. So I don't know whether I want to keep it or not. I need to get back to the gym. I hate doing, I don't like doing classes. I'd rather do a gym session. Got my own pace and things, not push myself too hard. So once I feel a wee bit better, I can get back to the gym and just trying to get myself a wee bit healthier, a wee bit more strength. I feel that I've lost strength in my legs, my knees a wee bit because I haven't been walking, haven't been using them. I've been sitting on the couch, sort of like coughing and spluttering, and for almost 3.5 weeks. And the antibiotics went for my stomach as usual. They always do. Steroids made me more bloated than what I was. Right, I'm going to go up this hill because I'm going to go across here. So I'll see you shortly. Okay, I'm on the other side, well, at the top. I hate crossing this bridge when it's busy. So at least there's no traffic coming at the moment. Because you don't realise how fast this road is until you're walking beside the road. It's just mental. And the speed the cars are going at, no wonder people get killed when they have a crash and things, because the cars just crumple through paper. There we go. And hopefully when the weather gets better and when I'm feeling better, I can do new walks. I know you've seen this bit 1,000 times. So yeah, I've got a few things planned for this year, hopefully, if everything goes well. It's a nice thing of Irish, and Irish is one of them. I know I've been saying for a couple of years trying to go back Irish. But I would like somebody to be beside me. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah. And Irish is going to get even busier now because of it's featured in Traders, so you can predict that there's going to be an influx of tourists that are going to possibly ruin the path because of all this. Right, I'm going to pause you for a minute, guys. Right, okay, sorry about that, guys. Just a couple of doggies ran towards me. So, influx of tourists up in Irish, and there was a comment on Facebook. I think it was a Traitors site or something, Traitors page, and somebody had asked, so is the monument real, or did the Traitors just put that up for the show? So they don't realise that it's actually a real monument that's been up since the 1700s. So the stuff that they had, like the middle bit, that was for the show, so that's now been taken away as far as I know. So we're at the other side of that that bench that we were just at, which is over there. You see it? So, come on in. Okie dokie. She must have had earphones in. Oh, there's a bike coming. 2 seconds. I'm glad somebody said thank you as I let them pass. A lot of people don't. Which does my head in, but however, I've got other things to worry about these days rather than somebody saying thank you. It used to bother the life out of me, you know, people's not saying please and thank you. Oh, it used to really make my blood boil. But, you know, life's too short to do that. You know, I'm not their mother. I'm not here to correct them. You know, so, aye. Priorities now. Aye, it's just, again, life's too short. You know, you don't know what you've got until you've lost some of it. You know, and this really grates. You know, picking up dog poo, putting it in a bag, and then sitting on top of something. If you weren't going to take it home or put it in the bin, why pick it up in the first place? Why put it in a bag? You know, man, they're not ornaments. You know, put them in the bin. For goodness sake, if you can't pick up after your dogs, cheapers. Again, I don't know why I'm so upset about people not picking up the dog poo. You know, I get so wound up about it, and you know, it's at one point I got to the point that I was getting myself so worked up, so upset about it. People not picking up the dog poo, especially in the Millennium Garden, and I haven't been in the Millennium Garden for ages because I don't have Lily. I don't have the dog, so I don't have the excuse to go in and check for poo. And I was making myself sort of like really uptight and wound up, and you know, I've got high blood pressure as it is, so I don't need to make it even higher by worrying about people not picking up the dog poo, you know. Right, where should we go? I think we should go straight on to make it easy. I'll go wandering about. Now I can see other ones on this rock here, same colour of bag, so it must be the same. And there is a dog bin there. So I've seen me picking up Lily poo after I've passed the dog bin, and I'm walking back. So that must be the same person, because that's the same colour bag. I've seen myself walking back to the dog bin and then finishing our walk, so I didn't need to carry it. So I put it actually in the bin. Oh man, see, I'm starting to get worked up about it again. And this is my first day out, like walking, for almost 3.5 weeks. And I'm getting myself worked up about dog poo. Not good. Not good. So this is the other side of the sluice. Look at that, I love this. I've said to you loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of times, I love this scene. Absolutely love it, and I don't know why. I just do. I just think this is stunning. And when the sun goes through the trees, and the trees are like everything's in full bloom, like in the summertime, It's just a magical scene. I love it, absolutely love it. I've taken so many photos of this bit here as well. Just I'll try and paint it one day, but I'll never ever do it justice. You know, it's just a magical scene, like picture squeak, as I said, picturesque, picture squeak. But our whole area is like beautiful. You know, we're so lucky to live in a place like this and to have access to it. You know, to be able to walk, you know, down the river and then up the other side. You know, so lucky. I mean, look at that with the sun going through it. Just, oh man. I'm easily amused, me, as you can tell. I'm, you know, so happy that I stay here. I mean, a lot of people think, well, this is a horrible place to stay, there's nothing to do, shops are shutting everywhere. You know, it's not the end of the world that we don't have shops. Certain shops, yes, is nice, but if you don't use them, you don't use locally. You know, a few of we've got 2 shops that are going to be closing, and the owners are just retiring. You know, it's not because of it's quiet or whatever, they just want to retire. They've done their work for, you know, for their life. They want to sort of enjoy the life they have left while they can. You know, and you wouldn't think that the river was flowing, would you? It's just flowing silently along. So yeah, that's the only reason why they're closing, is because they want to retire. And one of them is looking for a new owners. They're selling the business, and they can't find new owners to take it on. You know, and it will be a big miss to our high street. But you know, so that's the only reason why they're shutting. It's because the owners want to retire both shops. And we don't have Harry Gow at the moment because it's getting refurbished. So I'm missing the soup, missing my chicken and rice soup that I always have on a Wednesday. Really missing it. But again, I don't have that excuse for going in, getting a soup and then having a look at the cakes, which now I can't have. You know, so it's the temptations has been taken away a wee bit. So in a way I'm glad, and in a way I'm not glad. So, but I made my own soup yesterday, so I've got that for lunch today. My own vegetable soup with my soup maker. Absolutely, oh man, best thing I ever bought was a soup maker. And I struggled to make soup. I couldn't get the taste right or whatever. But I've discovered if you're making a soup in a soup maker, you need to add some sweet potato to it, because it, you know, it's bitter. I don't know why. It just is. It makes it taste a lot better. You know, just that wee bit of sweet potato. You know, a few slices of it. And I added mushrooms to my vegetable soup. So I had like frozen vegetable soup base mix. You know, it's all finely grated, so I just chucked some of that in. I had small potatoes that I had to use up. I had sweet potatoes that I had to use up. A couple of cubes of vegetable stock. What else did I put in? Put sliced mushrooms in it for a change. And I didn't add salt and pepper, but I added mixed herbs into it. And switched it on. It took 23 minutes and it blended everything, so you can have it smooth, chunky, or just like, well, smooth or chunky. Then you can do a smoothie in it, and you can do something else in it. I can't remember what you can do in it. And so I had mine smooth, because I hate a watery soup. Can't stand a big watery soup, so it's lovely smooth and thick. And oh my gosh, that mushrooms made a big difference. I've never put mushrooms in soup before, but oh man, oh. So I've got some left over for today, for my lunch today. So I need to try other recipes, soup recipes. So I love a good bowl of soup. You know, a good bowl of soup and a crusty roll, or you know what I mean, or a toasty next to it, or a salad, or you know, things like that. Can't beat a big bowl of soup, but it has to be thick. So my mum always made this beautiful thick broth, and I mean, you could stand your spoon up in it. It was that thick. Oh man. And we have our monthly lunch club at the church on Tuesday, this Tuesday coming. And one of the ladies makes an amazing broth, and it's just like my mum's. Thick and chunky. Oh, can't beat it. But I know exactly what she puts in hers, so I can have it. So there's another lady that does ham. No, it's bacon and leek soup, which I can't have because the bacon that I need to have can't have fat in it. So I can't guarantee that she's took all the fat off that bacon before cooking it. So I can't have her soup. I can't have lentils anyway. They go for my stomach something rotten. But broth I can have. So that's where we've been. I don't even know what the time is. It was about 8:30 when I left the house. So that's nearly an hour, 9:25. So so the warm hub starts at 10. So I've got a wee while yet. What should we do? We'll take you along this way, I think, for a change. And then we'll go along Novar Road and then up to the church, and then that'll do us, I think. So that'll do for my first outing for 3.5 weeks. And my first video of the year. And again, I'm sorry it's took this long for me to do a video. You know, 18th of February. But at least we got there in the end. We got there. Oh. So this is the industrial estate. So there's the, I think there's the ambulance station there. A few car places. This is where I was done my YTS course after school for 2 years. It was down here, and my first wage was £19.50 a week. That was my first year of the YTS. I'll go through this way rather than being on the road. And my second year was £23.50, I think it was. Went up by a couple of pound a week. And I'll show you the building. Well, I think it's owned by the Highland Council now. I think I've showed you it before. So that's all this removals. They've been here for a lot of years, and storage. So that building down the bottom there, it was some of the students that were doing a building course, they built that bit, and the bit there that's got up the stairs on it, that's part of the YTS bit as well. So that was, there was cookery, there was metal work, woodwork, office and printing. Oh, and the building bit, construction. So so I'd done a 2-year course of printing. So all aspects of printing, like live printing. There was typeset printing, book binding, sort of, things like that. And so 2 years, and then I was sent to Glasgow for a college course. So I done a month on, month off, for 6 months, I think it was. So that was back in 1990. Gosh, it seems so long ago now. 1990, and it was the college was called Glasgow College of Building and Printing. So again, we done. I think it was 12 Scott Vic modules back then, and we done all the aspects of printing and book binding and sorry, just get paused for a minute, guys. Sorry guys, I took a wee coughing fit there. Oh, murder when that happened. So yes, Glasgow College of Building and Printing, and so it was good. It was I learned a lot. There was screen printing as well. Doing a lot of screen printing, so it was good. Oh, dash it. So yeah, it was a good experience, but you couldn't get, well, I mean, I had all these qualifications, and but you couldn't get a job within a printers because they needed experience. But you couldn't get experience without getting a job, even though you had all the qualifications. So it was quite hard to get into, but But while I was there, I done a placement at, there used to be a printers, called Gospel Truth Printers in Invergordon, right at the top of Castle Road. And it was Mr. what was his name? Mr. McDonald, his name was, I think. It was a good laugh. It was a really good experience, and they had like the old typeset printers, like the Heidelberg printer, and then they had another one that you operated with your foot. You pumped it with your foot, and we made business cards and letterheads and posters, and it was brilliant. Absolutely, I loved it, and I loved the smell of the ink and getting my hands dirty, and that's probably why I'm a crafter. Because I love doing things with my hands. I have my own inks, like just like ink pads. I have a coloured ink pads, like they're craft ink pads, like designer. And I've got my acrylic paint, my watercolour paint, my pens, my pencils, I love creating stuff. I love, getting my hands dirty with ink or paint, or sticky with glue, and I just love it, and I'm not making it for anybody. I'm not showing it off in a gallery or selling it. I'm just making it for me, just for me to feel good, for me to have something said, I made that, without showing off, without sort of thing, look at me, look what I can do. I'm not like that. I do things for me. And yes, I was a crafter, I was a card maker, but I hardly sold anything for cards, because cards are very, very hard to sell, like homemade cards. Unless you have a really, really, really good talent and you have a really, really good customer base. Trying to do craft shows with your cards, extremely hard. Extremely hard. Unless you have like a shop outlet, that can sell your cards for you, to get a wider customer base. But selling cards for a hobby is very hard, because people don't want too expensive, because you think, oh well, I can buy it cheap in the shops, why should I buy it from you? And then, but if you make it too cheap, they don't want it, because you think you've used like horrible materials and you've made it as cheap as you can, so you can't win, and that's why I went on to bracelets. Again, I'm not a business. I didn't do it for, I mainly did it for family and friends, and had a laugh. I made something for them or with them, that's fine. I didn't get my money back, but the materials that I used and things like that, and I just, now and again I'll do a craft fair, or a crafty thing, but I'm not serious about it. I don't have a business or anything, and I know somebody that used to be my neighbour, she started making her bracelets through the summer holidays, like last year or the year before, I think it was 2 years ago, and now she owns her own business, and she's done loads and loads of craft stalls and things, and she makes a lot of money from it, and she's very, very talented. But she uses wire. She started off like me, just the elasticated bracelets, and then she's went on to using wire and and fixings and things, which I don't do. And extremely talented, and she's made quite a significant, not a significant, I shouldn't say that, I don't know how much she's made, but you know, she's done a really good go of her business, and her husband has his own business as well. So between the two of them, you know, very talented couple. So this is ILM. So if you need a refurbished fridge, freezer, or washing machine, or dishwasher, or freezer, you know, go see them. They have a nice wee shop. Oh, sorry, just had to get that out. So yeah, I don't do things to make money on. Yes, it is nice to make sort of, you know, get a few pennies, but I don't go out especially and make stuff to sell, you know, mainly for gifts. I do now, and I enjoy giving these gifts. I enjoy making them for people. I need to make some Easter cards for my congregation. I always do. So I always make like Easter cards for the whole of the church, and at Christmas time I always make like a wee something for them to hang on a tree or something, or I always make something like that. Either I buy like wooden shapes and I just paint them, but I've just created, you know, I've customised it for these people. So but this is me, this is what I do. I've always done it. I like to make people happy, I like to make people smile, you know, and if I can do it, I will, you know, in any way possible. So I need to, because I've got a cricket. I was gifted a cricket a few years ago for Christmas, which I would never have thought of buying myself. I'm not into using it for vinyl and things, you know how you get, you know, you can print off vinyl and you can put it onto like caps and coasters and things like that. I'm not really into that, but you can cut out some cards. So that's how I do my Easter cards. So I need to get cracking on that, which they don't take long doing, you know, just maybe a minute for the card to do, and then I assemble the card, you know, I add my own wee finishing touches, so they don't take long to do. So, but time is getting on now, you know, we're a couple of weeks, we're into March, so then it'll soon be April time, the Easter holidays, so I need to get cracking. Cross this road while it's quiet. So this is Avon Road, Novara Road, sorry, and that's heading towards Evington, if you didn't already know. So yeah, so that's the kind of things I do, and you know, I've got pens and I've got my notepad, a sketch book in my bag here. So if I find that I've got a few minutes, or you know, if I'm waiting for an appointment or on a train, or like I'm going up to this hub, so I'll doodle and blather at the same time, and you know, that'll keep my hands busy away from cakes and biscuits and things. So I'll have a cup of tea. So I can just doodle and blather at the same time. It's just, you know, just something to keep my hands busy, my mind busy, things like that, you know. And it's not anything special, it's just doodling. It's just for me to keep everything busy. You know, I hate sitting with a cup of tea and knowing you can't have a biscuit or a cake or anything, and they're sitting saying to you, you know, and all you can think is food. I need to eat. I need to do something with my hands. So this is why. And you know, my first instinct was look at my phone, scroll from my phone, but listen to conversation at the same time. So no, that's not great. You know, less phone, more interaction with people, or get your hands busy with something else. Oh. So this is the junction to Kirkside, if you don't already know. If you're new to the channel, hi. This is my 4th year of doing this channel. If you didn't already know, if you're new, I walk and blather about everything and anything. It's just a bit of fun. I don't do it. I didn't set up this YouTube channel for money to get paid by YouTube. Not a chance. I don't have that base, that following, and I'm not aiming for that either. You know, this was just a bit of fun. This is just, you know, just to show off my local area. That's why I started it in the first place. You know, after seeing a lot of other creators like walking videos, and you know, they'd done travel to new places and show you new places and backwater towns and things, and you know, you can tell it's a few of the creators that I follow are from the States, and they go around America, they go around Disney, they go, you know, go around all the amusement parks, all the daft wee towns, like in back roads that we have, you know. And one of them, I think I said in my last year's videos, I think the later ones, that was actually the Christmas one, before Christmas video, or was it after the New Year one? That one of the creators that I follow, he suddenly passed away, and we found out that it was a undiagnosed heart condition that he had. So he just passed away in his sleep, and he was younger than me. I think he was only about 51. So that was a shock to everybody, you know, because you get to know them, you see them sort of like nearly every day. You watch all their videos, and you know, he made daily videos. It was he was called Adam the Woo, and he had a channel called Adam the Woo, and he had another channel called The Daily Woo, and he went everywhere, and he had this philosophy of, you know, if you can get out, you know, do what you want, do what you always fancied doing, don't leave it, you know, life's too short, you know. And he stayed in Celebration in Florida, which Celebration was built by Disney, and it's right it's near the Disney parks, but it's Disney, it's not Disney themed, but you know, it's just a typical American town, you know. And so yeah, so that was a shock to everybody. So yeah, you get to know them, they get to know their lives, you know, the he knew who their mum and dad was, and he's got a sister, and you know, a lot of people have been to his grave, have left sort of like messages, and they've done their own wee messages of condolence or memories, and you know, and there's going to be a big celebration of his life in Florida. I think it's March or April, I think it's going to happen. So, and we always thought that we might see him one day when we went to Disney. We would catch a glimpse of him, but unfortunately not. But you know, we were going to go to Celebration last year, not last year, year before. That was going to be one of our days. We were going to go to a trip to Celebration and just to hang out around the places that he went. You know, there used to be this. He always filmed in front of this big lake, and there's an alligator inside it. You know, an alligator or a crocodile, whatever. And you know, there's a fountain in the middle of it, and you got to know all the places. And so it's so sad when he passed away so suddenly. And it was a few days before Christmas too. You know, he was going to go to his parents' house and have Christmas with them. You know, I think it was the 21st of December. I think he passed away, unfortunately. So yeah. So that's one of these. So he was one of these people that inspired me to set up the channel, and you know, I wrote on his one of his friends' channels as well. You know, and I replied to his father as well, the same thing. You know, Adam inspired me to take up my own channel. You know, and I thank him for that. You know, I thank him for the idea and you know, the inspiration and how enthusiastic he was, you know, about his own channel and his own life and his travels and showing everybody where he stayed and things like that. He was proud of the area that he stayed in or where he came from and visited and things. So so this is why I wanted to start my own channel, and you know, I'm proud of the places that I stay in and the views that I get and people that I'm with, and you know, even though it doesn't, some of the places don't look like anything, but you know, I'm proud of where I grew up and where I come from, and you know, proud of the people that I have around me, you know, that are in my life, and whether that be I'm going to pause this now. So yeah, so I'm proud of the people that are with me, whether it be in my church or my family or my friends, or you know, I'm just thankful for what I have. You know, there's a lot of people don't have people around them or family and friends and things, and you know, so yeah, I'm very, very grateful for what I have, and I want to show that off, you know. So yeah, so we're coming up to the end of our toddle, my first toddle of 2026 with you, which is, you know, doesn't sound very good when it's nearly the 18th of February, but again, I'm so happy to get out of that house, to be able to walk about, to be able to breathe properly now after the infection. So I'm going to stop up here a bit because I need to go into the chemist to get some new meds to hopefully help me recover a wee bit better. So that's our Avon River flowing past the Anreath Bridge. So I'm going to turn you around. Face. Oh, look at that. So I've got my hat and my scarf on and a big jacket. So thank you for joining me again on this lovely day, this beautiful day. Sorry it took me so long to do it. I really am. But hey ho, at least it's done. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you in the next time. Hopefully it won't be too long. Hoping for next week or the week after. So guys, thank you again. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being with me, and we'll see you again. So until then, ta-ta!